Zenyatta is one of the most lethal support heroes in Overwatch and a brutal force on the battlefield. I'm going to tell you everything you need to know to dominate with Zenyatta and deal with the threats that come your way.
My spirit is strong.
Our Shambali monk uses his command over the spheres surrounding him to bring peace to the world and to win the day for his team. He can cast them out in a straight line as orbs of destruction to deal damage to the enemy team from any range. The projectiles benefit from headshot multiplier damage and can be charged up via alternate fire. 1 to 5 orbs can be charged for launch. A full charge can outright kill the standard 200 health hero, but it gets even better. Zenyatta can alter a sphere into the Orb of Discord, and it can be placed on an enemy. The Discord Orb amplifies the damage dealt to the target by you and your teammates. An example is that normally a 200 health hero will die in 3 headshots, but they can be taken out with just 2 if they are debuffed with Discord. The debuff can cause enemies to run for cover alone, and will automatically attach to any target you fire it at. Discord requires line of sight between Zenyatta and the target to remain active, but it will stay on the enemy for 3 seconds if they move behind cover. As it allows him to track a target for those seconds, try changing up his alt fire and let them fly when they reappear. On the flip side, and in order to maintain balance, he can also power up a sphere into the Orb of Harmony. The sphere can be placed on teammates to heal them at a steady pace, and just like the Orb of Discord, it requires line of sight to remain active. However, unlike Mercy, for example, this allows Zenyatta to continually attack enemies while healing those that need it. This is great for keeping friends topped off, like Reinhardt hiding behind a shield, but is also great for someone like Genji who can be difficult for the other supports to heal. Low mobility heroes like McCree can also benefit greatly. Once he charges up his ultimate, Zen unleashes the most powerful heal in the game. Transcendence doubles his movement speed and activates a large AoE heal equivalent to 300 hit points a second for 6 seconds. He also becomes completely invulnerable and heals himself to full during its activation. Move quickly within 10 meters of any hero to heal them and turn the tables of a fight. He can use it to escape his own death, but it can also nullify the damage of some ultimates like Soldier 76's Visor, Genji's Dragon Blade, and even Reaper's Death Blossom.
My weakness is revealed.
Staying tucked away in a monastery for years has left our Omnic hero with a few weaknesses. Zen sadly has rather poor mobility when compared to some of the cast. Due to this, he can be prone to one-shot kills via Widowmaker or Hanzo. Ana will also have an easier time dealing with him from a distance for the same reason. In fact, due to the mobility issue, he will be a primary target for the average Tracer player as well. Her recall ability can nullify the Orb of Discord on top of this. Reaper is also a large threat unless you can catch him in the middle of a teleport. Several heroes have a way to negate the Discord debuff, but the one to watch out for is Zarya, as her bubbles can be placed on anyone in order to remove it. All shields can block the initial application of the debuff too. Orbs of Destruction have an average projectile speed, and a player will need to compensate for long-range targets. It can be easy to miss heroes with smaller hitboxes at greater distances, so try to take fights at around a medium range if possible. Healing with the Orb of Harmony may not be enough to take care of a team on its own, and due to this, learning to prioritize is key. Go for low mobility heroes, the ones who have difficulty healing themselves first. Both Harmony and Discord Orbs will lose their target if a direct line of sight is lost with Zenyatta for more than 3 seconds, so get in the habit of checking they are both active by keeping an eye out for the icons on the screen.
A glimpse of mastery.
There are a few tips for the mechanical monstrosity hidden within the seemingly peaceful monk. Keep track of discorded enemies with the red marker in order to gauge enemy movement. Toss it onto a different target if it seems they will be staying far out of reach. The icon that appears on a debuffed enemy cannot be seen by your teammates, they just see the small purple orb, so communication is key to help them focus the right targets. One quick trick to note about charge shots is that it does not matter how much ammo you have left. If Zen has 1 orb left, he can still charge 5 shots worth for full damage before requiring a reload. Zenyatta is a hard counter to most tanks, as his Discord Orb just makes their health melt away. If you're facing off against multiple tanks, he's often a good choice. Although Transcendence makes you invulnerable to damage, you can still be hit with knockback effects, so keep this in mind when fighting near a ledge. Zenyatta is the only hero who doesn't make a footstep sound, so unless the enemy sees you, they are unlikely to know your location. Both orbs have a max range of 40 meters, which is something to keep in mind as his greatest position tends to be a backline defender. The Orb of Harmony also cannot be fired to a teammate if the line of sight is blocked by an enemy shield. His health pool is mainly made of regenerating shields, meaning when not taking damage, he will regain his lost health. Because of this and his low base health, it's advisable to stick close to cover where you can dip behind to avoid bursts of damage and recover. If you see an enemy Zarya capture teammates in a Graviton Surge, toss yourself right into the mix with Transcendence on purpose to negate as much damage as possible. It's also worth noting that Transcendence doesn't just have to be used as a reaction to another ult. You can also use it to help your team make a coordinated push through a choke point. Whittle down targets whenever possible, as Zenyatta's healing is just the cherry on top of a true destructive force. Damage is his strength and the main goal. Tekartha Zenyatta may be one with the Iris and the perfect support pick for the team, but for now I want to hear your tips for the monk in the comments below. This has been Jason for Kurt saying thanks for watching and enjoy the game.
I have nothing more to teach you.
That was the bomb!